Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244, it's 2019 and I thought I'd update this video of the Secret Santa Challenge Pack for the Holiday Hoarders mission that came out yesterday. So I'm going to be doing all 5 challenges in one, and the first one is going to be called Ho Ho Ho, which is assassinate Marv and Harry in any accident while disguised as Santa 47. So that's one of the 5 challenges that we're going to be doing. And the next one is going to be a Santa's Little Helper, which we have to collect all 12 items that the burglars want to steal before they do, and we can't eliminate the target before collecting the items. We're going to be covering the Oh Dear challenge, which we have to assassinate both Marv and Harry with the propane explosion after they return empty-handed. Bad 47, which we have to pacify Marv with 3 times. We're using bricks. And obviously the final challenge is to complete all the rest of the challenges. So for the first one, I'm going to cover in the Bad 47 challenge. I'm going to start undercover in the locker room, and we'll use the default equipment. And I'm redoing this because it's slightly changed. So from the very start, we're going to exit the locker room, grab that wrench out in the corridor, go around the back, into the security room, smack this guard in the back of the head, and then drag his body over here behind these servers or computers or whatever they are. Next, we're going to go and grab that gun off the floor and open these presents, and there's going to be 3 bricks inside. Now, in my previous video, I actually started in the Iago auction, and but they have changed the present that's outside to like 3 Death Stars. So we are actually going to use the starter location to this present instead. And what we're going to do now is find Marv. He's going to be just over here by like this big, huge table, and we're going to go and throw a brick at his head. Boom. So that's 1 out of 3 for Bad 47. And now we need to drag his body in an area where he is going to get discovered. So the best way to do that is just drag him over here to this general area. And then we need to create a distraction for someone to see his body. And unfortunately an NPC can't wake them up, so we have to wait for a guard to do that. So I think that's a change from Hitman 1 to 2. And he's not hearing that, so let's throw this crowbar over here. Body found in the background, but Silent Assassin is not necessary, and it's not a concern for this video at all, so I'm not even bothering with that. So he's going to have an NPC find his body. That's going to spoil your Silent Assassin anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we're going to hide in here for now, because there's a couple of enforcers down here with this disguise, so he is going to panic and go off and tell a guard, and the guard's going to come along and he's going to wake him up. And Marv's going to get a little bit panicky and he's going to run away. Now, the location he runs is a little bit random. He either runs to the left or runs to the right. Either way, you want to go and follow him and throw another brick at his head. But for now, we just need to wait for our guard patiently to come along and wake him up. So let's just skip to the point where he actually does that. So here we go. I'm pretty sure in Season 1 that any NPC could wake up another one, but I think it's changed in Hitman 2. I could be wrong about that. But like I said there, he's running off now. But we can't exit yet because this guard is still suspicious. We're just waiting for him to stop being in this alert situation. There we go. So now you can exit the crate and then go up to Marv. So he's either going to be in this wine cellar or he's actually going to be in the room behind you. Just go ahead and throw another brick at his head. So that'll be 2 out of 3. Then again, we're going to drag his body in an area where he can get found. I'm wondering, which I didn't test as well, I'm wondering if he actually can just repeatedly throw bricks at his head even though he's pacified. I mean, in Season 1 you couldn't do that, but in Hitman 2 you can. So we threw a distraction there for his chef. But he's going to wake him up now. Well, he's actually going to tell a guard, and we're going to have to go through that whole sequence again. But I'm wondering if you can just throw 3 bricks at his unconscious head. I wonder if that would still count. Let me know in the comments if that actually does, because I didn't test it. It's funny when you actually think of ideas after you've already recorded your strategy. That's annoying. But I've got no way of testing that now because I've already done the challenge. But fortunately, once he wakes him up, you don't really have to wait around really much. As soon as he wakes up, throw another brick at his head, and the challenge will pop up for you, and that would be Bad 47 challenge down. So there we go. So we can move on to the rest of the challenges of the Ho Ho Ho, Santa's Little Helper, and Oh Dear. So we're going to start undercover in the kitchen. We're going to bring along a lockpick, and that's it. We're going to skip the opening camera panning shot, go ahead and grab the apricot from the right, and then run to the second item is going to be a coconut. Now in my first video, I used the coconut to knock out this security guard, but we can't do that in this one. We have to keep the items on us at all times, otherwise it won't count. We also had the benefit of the ticker at the top right now, checking off the items that we have. So we're just going to subdue him this time, and then put him in the crate. The reason why we're doing this is because it gives ourselves a nice disguise to roam around areas where we shouldn't be allowed to in this disguise. So the security guard is going to give us access to better areas. So now we've got this disguise, and we have 2 items down here. It's the only 2 items you can get down here. The next item is going to be a cannonball. We need to make our way upstairs to go and grab that. Also notice the lighting is a lot better than it was in Season 1. That's one thing I've noticed as well. You need to do this relatively quickly as well, otherwise you're not going to be able to retrieve all the items. So make sure you do this. Speed is the utmost importance. Grab the cannonball there. That'll be 3 items out of 12. Go into the room opposite, and there's going to be a toy tank on the table at the end. You want to grab that, so that's 4 items. Next item is going to be a battle axe, and it's going to be hanging out of an ice sculpture. You need to keep this on you at all times, because you can't climb ladders with this one, so that kind of spoils it. So it's not really necessary overall, but you'll see what it'll mean when I get to there. So that's 5 at the moment. The next is going to be a shuriken. That's going to be on this clothes rack. Now we need to head our way upstairs. In Season 1, this guard wasn't an enforcer, but now he is. But don't worry about him too much. Just run straight past him. He will get suspicious, but he's not going to get aggressive, so don't worry about it. Just run away. Keep running, because we need to get to that fireworks remote. Otherwise, Harry right here is going to grab it. So that'll be 7 out of 12. So we needed to grab that before he does. So now we're relatively safe to go and get the final 5 items. Next item is going to be the knife there. So that's 8 out of 12. The final 4 items are going to be in the attic. So now you can rest assured you can get those items no problem. Now we need to go and take out Santa. So we need his disguise. You can go ahead and grab that baton off the table and knock out Santa if you want to. However, I'm just going to throw the axe at his head, just like I did in my previous video, which I really didn't mean to do. But we're going to retrieve the axe because we need that. We need to put his disguise on. And now we're going to head to the attic. Just watch out for any enforcers that might be in the area. There's also this security guard right here, so we're going to get past him once he's got his back to us. That's what we're doing right now. There's an enforcer right in front of us, leaning over the edge, but he won't see you. But you're just going to drop this battle axe right here, because we can't climb ladders with it. And as you'll see, the check mark gone down to 7 out of 12 rather than 8, because you need to be carrying all the items at once for it to work. But we're going to come back this way anyway, so here's another item, which is the cowboy bust. The next item is going to be a sword, which we're going to need to retrieve. It's going to get over the left side of the attic. We're going to stay crouched running through this section. Just trying not to get spotted, even though it really doesn't matter. But we're going to have to. We don't want to cause any chaos. That's the problem. So there was a sword. That's at 9 out of 12. Now we just need to be patient here, because we need to wait for the guard to move back to the left, because there's a bust right in front of him, and that's going to be our 10th item. So once you grab that, it should say 10 out of 12. The final item is in the attic. Is a I can't remember what it is now, but we need to get past this section right here. Now this guard sort of saw me, but he's going to come over to investigate. We're going to take advantage of that by leaping over the table. If he didn't see you in your run, just go ahead and throw a coin behind those 2 gentlemen, and they will both be turned around for you to get past. That's how you get past those 2. We're going to wait for them to move out of the way before we go past here. The final item is going to be this microphone. It says 11 out of 12, but that's because we need to pick up the battle axe now that we dropped earlier. Now these 2 guards are in this position. You'll know what I mean by this coin distraction. Just throw the coin behind them. They'll both look in that direction. That'll give you safe passage to get past. All we need to do now is go back and go and grab that battle axe. And then we'll tick off the Santa Little Helper challenge. And that'll be 1 down. Well, 2 challenges down, because we've already done the bad 47. So it should just be at the bottom of this ladder right here. There we go. Santa's little helper challenge completed. So next, what you're going to do is drop the sword and drop the battle axe. We don't need those items anymore. Going to get past this guard. I need to make our way back downstairs now, because we need to get ourselves into position. Just watch out for this guard as well. There's a crew member up here. Just keeps walking up and down, and he does sit down. Once he does sit down and starts looking at his phone, you can get past him. His view cone, I should say, is very small, and you won't be able to see you as you get past here. So you should be able to leap out this window, no problem. Shimmy along the edge and slide down the pipe. Go down the stairs and lockpick the door into the basement. And we're going to make our way back up the stairs through this basement area. And once we get up the top, we're now no longer in the trespassing area. We'll have to run around in our Santa suit, and we should be completely safe. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. You are very close to completing the entire challenge pack. All we need to do now is get into position to where Marv and Harry is going to meet. It's going to take a while for this to happen, but rest assured, they do take a while to come. But just got to be patient with this. There's going to be 2 propane tanks there for our explosion, and all we need to do is just pretty much just wait for a long time. Harry and Marv basically try to go around and stealing the items that we took, and because they can't find them, they get frustrated. They end up come over here drinking some wine and start having a bit of a chat, and that gives us an opportunity, a small window, to shoot the propane tanks and take them both out. But I'm going to skip to the point where they actually do come to the meeting. So as you can see, it took a good 7 minutes or so for them to finally come over, and they are going to go down to that statue in a moment. Then we're going to pull out the suppressed pistol that you have, and just go ahead and shoot the propane tanks before Marv walks away. You need to shoot it twice too. So once you take them both out, you'll get the Ho 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 challenge pop up for you. You'll get the Oh Dear challenge pop up for you, and the Saint 47 challenge. And that's all the Secret Santa challenge pack completed as well. There's the Oh Dear challenge as well on top of that. So that's all of the challenges done for the Holiday Hoarders challenge pack. Also, once you have actually exited the mission, you will get the reward of this Santa suit to be using across all the maps. And I'm going to show you that right at the end. Let's go straight, skip to the exit. And once you get to the end, you'll get the confirmation of all the challenges popping up for you at the end. Obviously, this isn't a Silent Assassin. 1 star. But there's the Santa suit unlocked for you, so you can use for any map that you got. And that is going to do it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if it helped you out. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be notified of what future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon, or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below, or clicking the link in the description for all the details of the different tiers of the membership. Shout out to Arjal, the Shafe, and Nico Senpai for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members of the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.